Afternoon, everyone. A little nervous here. First time in probably 33 years that I'm going to tell a story and Trish isn't going to finish it for me. And also, I don't know how long it's been, maybe never, that my baby's seen me cry. It's going to happen. So I had to write this out. I'm not as good as speaking like Connor without cards. So, afternoon, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Greg, or for the past 25 plus years, I've been known as, that's Kennedy's dad. But tonight, I'm proud to be known as Greg, father of the bride. So I want to start out by welcoming each and every one of you. I know there's some traveled near and far to come here today and celebrate with us. And let me be the first to say, welcome to the celebration of my 401k. There are some very special guests that I'd like to welcome, and without them, literally, this night would never have happened. So, if you could stand when I mention your name, we as a group here would all like to recognize and applaud you for that time that you fell in love and had sex. Because if not, this night would never have happened. I know they think this is gross, but it happened. So I'll start with Peggy and Louie. For those of you that don't know, this is Connor's parents, and I'd just like to say thank you for producing the only man that is worthy of entrusting my daughter's heart. You can sit down now. We've celebrated that. Next, I'd like to recognize Nan and Pop. If you could stand up. This is Connor's grandparents. Thank you for being the foundation of this loving family and accepting Kennedy as one of your own. Next, I'd like my mom to stand up. It's my mom, Linda, Kennedy's grandma. And I'd just like to thank you for producing me. I think you did an outstanding job. And of course, last but not least, I'd like to thank my wife and my better half, Trish. Thanks for giving me an incredible daughter and the opportunity to be standing up here today. And finally, I'd like to thank Connor and Kennedy, not for the having sex part. We're going to get to that later. But I'd like to thank you for giving me the experience that I was never able to have with my dad. You see, he passed before he had the opportunity to share these life experiences with me. He did get to walk his daughter down the aisle. He got to meet his first grandchild, Thomas, but he never had the opportunity to meet my awesome wife. He never had the opportunity to hug my 3 outstanding children, and he never had the opportunity to snuggle with his grandchildren. So thank you for giving me that opportunity. Dad, I know you're up there watching. So I'd just like to say, take this moment to introduce you to your extended and expanding family. We miss you. You should be here. Okay, I got through that part. Okay, when God graces you with children, your priorities change. Your responsibilities change, and your sleep patterns change. But when God graces you with a daughter, your whole life changes. It's not just how can I provide, it's how can I protect. Okay. Sorry. From the second Kennedy was born, I was in full protection mode. For those of you that were at the hospital that day, you know what I'm talking about. Miss Kennedy was born blue with her umbilical cord wrapped around her neck. From the delivery table, the doctors grabbed her and ran into an adjoining room. I was in hot pursuit. I got to the door and they said, "You can't come in here, medical staff only." I said, "That's my daughter, try to stop me." So, needless to say, I got in the room. And from the time she took her first breath, I wanted her to know, don't worry about it, Dad's got you. So the first day of kindergarten, I walked her to school. Those of you that know Kennedy, she could care less that I was there. Boom, she's gone. She's out on the playground. But I sat on the corner of that playground just in case she turned around, saw me, and knew Dad's got you. When she was in grade school and went going through those wonderful Christmas programs, I was working nights. I'd drive 45 minutes to watch a 2-minute performance. Just in case she looked out in the audience, she could see me and know, Dad's got you. As she got older, she kind of figured out she had me wrapped around her little finger. So she may or may not have taken advantage of it. I started hearing things like, "Dad, I really want to meet Justin Bieber." Don't worry, Dad's got you. I'm moving down to Oceanside. I'm going to start a new business and everything, but I really need my own apartment. Don't worry, Dad's got you. And even when she was unsure how I would react to the news her and Connor were having a baby, the end result was she knew it would be, don't worry, Dad's got you. So that baby thing, that brings me back to Connor. In the beginning, I was already working in Indiana, so I wasn't around a lot. But I was relying on information from Trish, some extremely biased information from Kennedy about this guy, Connor. But what I kept hearing was, you know, Dad, he's a lot like you. I thought, well, he is intelligent. He's athletic. He's practical, even-keeled, and he's almost as handsome as I am. So I could see the similarities. But that wasn't the similarities they were talking about. The way that he loved and protected Kennedy's heart, that was what they were talking about. Well, next thing you know, Connor's moving in with us in Oceanside, renting a room. But from that point on, I could see in Kennedy's eyes, he's the one. It was just a matter of time before he was asking for Kennedy's hand in marriage. Whatever timeline they had planned, I think Crew kind of changed that timeline. So before he could ask for my daughter's hand in marriage, he had to tell me that he had knocked up my little princess. And then I had to laugh at the fact that they said, well, you know, Connor's kind of a little upset now because he's going to know that we were having sex. I knew, Connor. I knew. Fast forward to today. All I can say is, Connor, I love the way you love and protect Kennedy and crew. So, Kennedy, you know I will always be just a phone call away. Anytime, anywhere, for any reason. But tonight, without hesitation, I can say, Kennedy, don't worry, Connor's got you. So, Kennedy and Connor, if you could stand. I'd like to propose a toast. Unlike Kennedy and her thousands of followers on social media, I have 22 followers, very strong followers. And they all know that I like to celebrate events and family with lyrics from a song. So,
where's your champagne?
remember what I told you.
You got me?
Remember what I told you when I said I had to do this. So in the words of Scotty McCurry, if there ever was a time for a perfect kiss, this is it. So cheers to everybody. Congratulations, and I love you.
I get the kiss? Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it one more time for Greg, everybody. What a great speech. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome up next to the microphone. We have father of the groom, Louis. Please give it up for Louis.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
It's big and it's in red because I don't see very well. So for those of you in the back, you could probably read it. Refrain from doing that. I'll get through it. So I'll say a few words for Peggy and I. I'll keep it brief, so you don't have to see a grown man emotional. I know it's not easy to see. It seems like just yesterday we were watching Connor toddle around, then flash forward to him running around behind his brothers and his cousins, just trying to keep up. Flash again to football, high school, some more football, college, more football. The common thread through it all is the stubborn will, impossible to break once he gets an idea in his head. For those of you who know Connor well, you know what I'm talking about. Everything's approached like war. You literally cannot break Connor once he sets his will. Then comes Ken. His match in will and his master in pure energy. This girl is pure energy. Kenergy, we like to call it. Looking back, we probably should have known since day one that this was the logical destination. Ken's been the only person able to soften Connor's will in life to date. Between everyone in his life, we know Connor loves deep, but between all of us, Connor has a soft spot for only Crew and Ken. She makes him better, if that's possible. She makes him better in every way. They make each other better, which is probably the best starting place of all. I can't say welcome to the family since Ken became family the moment we met her. We've held her in our heart for years. She has that effect on people. I know most of you in this room know her. Literally, once you know her, she's family and you hold her in your heart. I'll simply welcome her to the Johnson name, Connor, crew, and now Ken. You make the Johnsons stronger, and we love you all.
Let's give it up one more time for Louie, everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to your maid of honor, Peyton, everyone. Let's hear it.
Okay. I first want to start out by saying I love you both so much, and I'm so happy for the life you two have created. Kennedy and I met. I'm the first girl going, and I'm just, we're more emotional, so. Kennedy and I met in the 7th grade, but it felt like I knew her my whole life. My grandma was her bus driver growing up, and always told Kennedy, you and my granddaughter would be such good friends, and always told Ken. She reminded her of me. We were both loud, caring, and always loved to be the center of attention. Fast forward to the 7th grade, my parents and I moved into a new house, and I started at a new school. Kennedy was the first person that I met walking into school that day, and we clicked instantly. Kennedy always made me laugh. I always let her copy my homework. And we seemed to get in trouble almost every day in class for talking too much. She became my sister. We grew up together and never left each other's side. What I didn't know, that my new neighbor next door, the one I had kickball tournaments with after school and teepeed almost every weekend, sorry, Connor, would one day be the man my best friend fell in love with, had a family with, and who she now calls her husband. Connor, I couldn't have asked for a better man to take on the role of best friend. You make her laugh, you care for her, and you are the best father to crew. I'm so happy for the two of you, and so lucky I got to see a friendship since middle school bloom into such a beautiful life and family. Cheers to the both of you, and I'm happy I get to come along for the ride. I love you both so much, and only want the best for you in the next coming years.
That was perfect.
Nate, get up.
One more time for Peyton, everybody. Let's hear it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your best man, Nate, everyone. Let's hear it.
Check, check. All right, you guys got me. All right, so first and foremost, before I begin, can I get you guys to do me one favor? I'd like to give a round of applause, one more round of applause to the flyest, newest couple out. Connor and Kennedy Johnson, boy, yes, thank you. Also, I will say, Connor told me if I do a good job today, he'll let me be the best man at his next wedding as well. Hey, no, but I told him absolutely not. If Kennedy's not there, I won't be there. I refuse. I won't do it. No, but for real though, for those of you who don't know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Nate Turner, and today my title for this lovely occasion is Best Man. But if you have any idea about my relationship with Connor and his family, then you would probably know a better title would be Brother or the adopted son of Peggy and Louie. And of course, it's not that I don't have my own loving family. They're there in the back there. Hey guys, how you guys doing? But it's just that they've always treated me like I was one of their own. So Louie, Peggy, I cannot express in enough words how much your family means to me, and I am truly honored that you think of me as one of your own. I'll tell you, it was to the point where we'd go to places like dinner, sporting events, things like that, and I just knew everybody was looking at us like something isn't adding up here. Like they have like a blindside Sandra Bullock thing going on here. Oh man. But yeah, so mine and Connor's friendship started in the summer leading up to high school in 2012. So man, shoot, we've been friends for what, 11 years now? Oh man. That's a blessing. I don't know too many people who are fortunate to have friendships like that. So I'm truly grateful, and I know we still got a lifetime to go, brother man. I know we do. It's funny because the exact way our friendship started goes a little something like this. We were going through football drills during probably one of our first practices of the summer. When me and Connor were trying out for the same position on offense. Now, keep in mind, I had never played this position in my life, but you could tell out of everyone trying out for the position, Connor had it on lock, you know, like coaches were shouting him out. They knew his last name. They're emphasizing how they like his three-point stance, you know, explosiveness off the ball. So I'm like, okay, this is the guy that I need to get with right now and, you know, start taking some notes or something. So, you know, a couple reps go by. We end up in line kind of like right next to each other. And I must have decided to turn over. Once we get next to each other, I look at him, and my first words out of my mouth are, nice three-point stance, man. Now, for those who aren't too familiar with football, a three-point stance is when you got one hand on the ground, you got your ass poking all in the air, you know. And so now when I'm looking back and I realized my first words to Connor were like, hey, man, I like how you got your ass poking in the air right there. And another thing about Connor at that time is he had this like intimidating look to him, you know, shaved head, got a mohawk, mean mug, straight face. And so I'm like, oh man, this kid wakes up and eats a bowl of nails for breakfast. Like he crushes beer cans on his forehead. Like, you know, I'm like, you know, so I'm a little, you know, nervous. So I really don't know what he's going to say back to me. And the first thing he does, he turns and he looks at me and he says, thanks, bro. And but then afterwards, he starts immediately offering advice and tips to help my stance and be explosive off the ball and just to make it look like how it's supposed to. And this kind of just sums up who Connor is and what our friendship is. On the exterior, he might come across as this tough, no emotions looking kind of guy. But if you get to know him or close to him, then you know that he has a love for you that is truly unconditional, consistent, and plentiful. And on top of that, he has to be one of the funniest guys I know. And I know people here could vouch for that if you've ever talked to him. He's had dad jokes since we were in high school, honestly. So fast forward about 5-6 years later, I'm down in the LA area for school, and I get a phone call from Connor. And he goes, man, guess what? You won't believe who I'm talking to right now. Now, keep in mind, during high school, the name Kennedy Gray, that was a statement. Like, it rang bells. Like, it rang bells across the town, you know? It did. No, for real, like, elite of the elite. If you knew Kennedy Gray or a crew or were friends with them, you were in the upper echelon of high school. You were doing what you were supposed to do. You were doing. So he's like, so, you know, he's giving me hints, and eventually I get to Kennedy's name, and I'm like, who, Kennedy? And he's like, Kennedy, bro. And I'm like, no, Kennedy. He's like, yes, Kennedy Gray, man. And immediately I'm just hyped because when I tell you this was meant to be, it was truly meant to be. Connor used to always talk to me about Kennedy in high school, like how beautiful she was, how if she had the chance to be with her, it was a done deal. We're going to class, walking the A building, and he's like, oh, look, there goes Kennedy right there, man. I'm like, well, I see her, you know, I see her. And so, I'm sorry. Okay. So when I get that phone call, I'm just like, you know, I'm very happy for him, and you know, and so it also worked out for the best because me and Kennedy, we were also cordial in high school. We kind of ran around the same circles a little bit. So, but after they got together, me and her immediately, she became somebody I consider a best friend, a best girlfriend. Is that she's someone I know I could trust with anything I want to get off my chest, just as if I was to tell Connor. And if I'm being honest, I do gossiping with her like she's one of my homegirls, you know. Like just the last time I was down here visiting, actually, we were sitting there on the couch spilling tea to each other, random drama for about 2 hours. Like, oh no, she didn't, girl. She didn't do that, girl. Let me hear that. Oh man, so you know. But the thing about Kennedy is you know, Connor has a sense of humor. But Kennedy has a great sense of humor too. And Connor may not love it, but she stays cracking jokes on Connor, and it literally leaves me in tears. And you know Kennedy, she's not the type to let stuff slide. So if she got a little joke about Connor, she's gonna call him out on it, you know, give him some stuff for it. But you know, just like Connor, Kennedy is such a humble, wholesome, hardworking, and loving woman. And the two are both comedians, which truly makes them a match made in heaven for each other. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up just by saying that Connor and Kennedy, I am truly honored and grateful to have the relationship I do with the both of you. And I thank you for letting me be a part of such an important and meaningful day for the two of you. There is no doubt in my mind that you guys will share a life together filled with never-ending love, happiness, and an absence of dull moments. I can't wait to see what the future holds for you, and I'm thankful that I'll be there to be able to witness it. Thank you, everyone, again, and God bless Connor, Kennedy, and crew. I love you guys. Thank you. I love you, brother, man. I love you, my brother, for real, man. Truly, at my heart. At my heart. We'll save that for the after party. Don't worry.
Let's give it up for Nate, everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we have your bridesmaid, Samantha. Let's hear it.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm going to start off by saying I'm very nervous, so please bear with me. I want to congratulate Ken and Connor. I love you guys so much, and I'm so honored to be here with you guys today. I met Kennedy about 5 years ago, and I know it sounds so cliche, but we clicked right away. We grew so close in such a short amount of time, and our friendship felt so effortless and comfortable. We've been through so many stages of life together in the 5 years that I've known you, and even though at times we've been in different places in life, it doesn't change our friendship one bit. The level of love and respect that we have in our friendship is something that I'll forever cherish. Our friendship got even closer during COVID when Ken and Connor moved in together. I would spend all of my time hanging out at their apartment, playing card games, playing with Remy, and competing with Connor on who can take more shots. I felt so comfortable and felt that I could be my truest self around them, and we all three had the best time together. Connor, the way that you love Kennedy and put her and crew first in everything that you do is such a beautiful thing to witness. You are a one-of-a-kind person, and there are very few men in this world that will treat a woman as amazing as you do. The love that they have for one another is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of love. The relationship has taught me so much, and I look up to them in so many ways. They both always keep it real with me and give me the best advice, even when I'm not always asking for it, but you know. And now that their love has grown into unimaginable ways since Kruby was born, and now we get to see a piece of both of them in him, and that is one of the most beautiful things that I've ever experienced. Congratulations again. I pray for a lifetime of love and happiness for you both. I love you so much.
Let's give it up again for Samantha, everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have your groomsman, Chase Johnson. Let's hear it.
Just give me a second. Yeah. Hold that for me, man. Take a tug if you'd like. So if you all don't know me, I am Chase. I'm Connor's older brother. Some of you may know me as Cheech. A lot of you knew me as Connor about, hour and a half ago. Slapping me on the shoulder, slapping my butt, giving me kisses. It was kind of weird, but hey, I'll take that as a compliment. So, I want to start with Ken. Ken G, our Ken. We couldn't have handpicked a better best friend for our bear. You guys together sometimes is even too much to watch. I ain't gonna lie. But as an older brother, it's been a dream come true to see our baby brother find his one and now have the most beautiful family. And I can be more proud to call you my sister. If I ever have any issue in the world, I don't have a second thought about giving Ken a call, shooting her a text. Hey, this is what's up. This is what I'm curious about. Hey, what's going on? You know what I mean? She She's Ken. Anybody can go to Ken. Ken will make you feel whole. The way you've come and slid right into place with our family has been absolute perfection. It didn't take long for us to realize we were going to be stuck with you forever. You know what I mean? So now, today, as Pappy said before, everybody knows Pappy. Give Pappy some loving. Everybody knows Pappy, but as he said before, you've always been part of the family, but today, the Johnsons officially grew by one. So, welcome to the Johnsons, officially. Your love for your family and passion for life is truly one of a kind and an inspiration to many of those around you. Everybody needs a Kenny G in their life. So for that, I love you wholeheartedly and forever. For the way that you love my brother, the way you love my family, the way you love everybody around you, it makes me want to be a better person. So thank you. Now to Bear. Bear. God damn it. You've held many titles in your life, from son to brother to friend to asshole to, most importantly, daddy. His newest title, right? And now you get to hold the title of husband. I get to officially welcome you to the club as husband. It's a hell of a ride, my friend. Just hang on. Whatever she says goes, and it just is what it is. Anybody in here can agree? Mama's always right. I know you're going to kill it just like you have everything else you've done in your life. Anything you put your mind to, hey, I'm going to knock that shit out the park. Hey, man, do you. I'm going to be right here rooting you on, right? Watching you be the very best partner to Ken, the best daddy to our Dubis over yonder, and still finding time to bust your ass with school and everything else that's on your plate blows me away. If anybody doesn't know, I'm sure everybody in here, Connor is now officially a learning doctor. He will be Dr. Johnson. I want everybody to put your glasses in the air to that, because he is busting his ass. So real quick, Connor, busting his ass, gonna be Dr. Johnson. So a little bit of love. Ken, you're gonna be a married doctor. Good luck. Your dedication and drive is something I've always admired and has truly made me a better person for having been around it. I don't know how you keep the energy, how you keep rolling. You just manage, right? You pick it up, you keep rolling. Kruby was sick. Connor says, I need to be up all night and then not go to sleep, brush my teeth. I don't even think he showered, which, whatever. Gets in his car, goes to school, falls asleep during a test while he's in doctor school, finishes said test, comes home, and still is daddy and husband to our Kenny G and our Dubis. So, damn. Superman. You're the true definition of a family man. And if people could figure out how to just be half the man you are, this world would be a far better place. Watching your little brother get married is a dream come true. To go from what we called as nuthead, or, hey, Connor, go get this from the pantry and you be the bomb of the day. He is now the bomb of the day. He is the center, but just to watch him grow into the grown man that he is today and just handle his shit when he needs to handle it blows me away. So, I'm going to end it. I'm so damn proud of the both of you. And you know, Cheech is always just a phone call away from anything and everything. Just a quick 7-hour drive. I'll be here. I'm so excited to watch your guys' next chapter unfold, and what a privilege it is to get to be a part of it every single way. So, to the new Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, I want you guys to put one way high in the air, and let's party this night away, huh? Cheers to the Johnsons.
Make some noise one more time for Chase, everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next to the microphone, we have your bridesmaid, Samantha Temples. Please give it up.
Wow, I got a lot more nervous as soon as I stood up, but it's okay. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Samantha Reyes Temples, and I would like to start out by saying how much of an honor it is to, I can't look at you guys, I'm sorry, to give a speech at the wedding of two people that share such a beautiful love, two of my friends that I hold close to my heart. Okay, Kennedy, you are one of my best friends, and over the past 5 years of us knowing each other, we've stuck by each other's side. Through fun times, through hard times, but through it all, we've created such a bond. And I heard a quote once that says, when you find a sister in someone who's not blood, you keep them. And we have for sure created that sister bond. Okay. Watching your friends grow up is such a beautiful thing. And on top of that, watching your friend fall deeply in love with their soulmate is a different level of miraculous. Connor, I truly couldn't ask for a better match from my best friend. Watching y'all start a family and, watching y'all start a family and incredibly exceed in raising everyone's favorite Crew Bear. Shout out to Crew Bear over there. Woo! Has been such a gift to witness. And going forward, I wish y'all happiness. I wish y'all to never forget how extraordinary it is to fall deeper in love with the same person every day for the rest of your life. To Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, may all your ups and downs be under the sheets. I love you guys. Sorry about that, Grandma.
Let's hear it again for Samantha, everybody. Please give it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have your groomsman, Cameron Johnson. Please give a round of applause.
Thank you, sir. All right. I want to thank you all for the honor and privilege of being here, for these two wonderful human beings. So I don't have much to say, but it's going to be a little heavy. So I have had a best friend in Connor for my entire life since we were born. Him and I have shared a room since we could walk, so I guess we didn't really have a chance. What you doing there, big fella? Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. All right, here we go. Let's restart. So we spent, many a night together, him and I, just up playing video games, doing our thing, kind of causing mayhem until we'd hear mom or dad walk down the hall, kind of scrambling to bed, trying not to get in trouble. And then fast forward a little bit later, Connor prepared to leave to Laverne for college, and I was a little unsure of what I was going to do. I've lived with this young man my entire life. I was a little scared. So, I did kind of the only thing I could. I found a path that would take me down near him, and and then that kind of led to where we are today. In Oceanside, I'm living just a couple minutes away, which has been an incredible blessing because I've got to see my nephew, Cribby, grow up and turn into the happy, goofy, bubbly little man that he is. Love him so much. And I've gotten to watch Connor and Kennedy become the most incredible parents. They're just unreal. I've known both of them for a very, very long time. So I've gotten to see them just just change and blossom into incredible human beings, and it's been surreal. I'm so proud of both of you. It's just blow me away continuously. I remember the morning Connor and Ken called me to tell me they were pregnant. I was probably a little hungover. They called me really early in the morning, and I wasn't prepared for what the bomb they were going to drop on me. It was a very emotion-filled conversation. So, they told me Ken's pregnant, we're having a baby, and I didn't really know what to say. I was like, so what are we gonna do? so I was probably more scared than Connor was. To be honest, I was really, really nervous and terrified. And I think he was much more calm than I was, but Kirby has been the absolute blessing of our family's life. Just such, if all of you that know him, is he just spreads light and joy wherever he goes. You can't look at him and not smile. He's the funniest little dude. Ken, you are such a blessing to all of us. I couldn't have asked for a better mother for Kirby. You are just, I learn things from you every day. You're such a sweetheart, and you bring joy everywhere you go. That's where your son gets it from, I think, because definitely not Connor. You are a true example of a mother and a friend that everyone should have. I appreciate you so much. I have so much love for you and could not have gotten luckier with sister-in-laws. So, Kruby, Ken, and Connor, I love the three of you so much and wish you the best of luck in the world and the utmost success. Cheers, guys.
The production.
Love you, sister. Love you, brother, man. You spread cheer too. Love you.
One more time for Cameron, everybody. That was a great speech. Before we close out our speeches tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Kennedy and Connor would like to take this last opportunity to open up the microphone to see if anybody else would like to give one last speech. Any takers out there? All right, we're going to let Connor take it underway. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll keep it short. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for being here. I love hearing you guys say nice things about us. So if anybody else has anything to say, we're up here. I'd like to start with a short story about the good man, Greg. My first Thanksgiving I ever spent with Kennedy's family, I might have had too much to drink. I wasn't told not to, so I did. And I remember a conversation I had with Greg started with, you still have that thing on your chin, being my hair. And then it moved on to, when are you going to marry my daughter? I said, well, I don't know. Give me a little bit, let me buy a ring. Well, if money's a problem, just tell me and I'll give you a ring. I said, money's not a problem. Okay, I'll get the ring. But unbeknownst to me is that I believe Greg was waiting until Ken was married to retire. And now that she's married and everything is done, And now that she's married and everything is done and paid for, Greg, I won't blame you for not retiring. All right? Okay. So thank you once again for making tonight a reality. It's everything Ken and I have dreamed of. You and Trish both have put on quite the party. And shortly after this speech, we'll get to that party. All right. And then for my parents, thank you so much for raising the beautiful, amazing young man that you see standing here today. Ken couldn't have done it without you guys. Just from the time I was running around in diapers to now, I've had everything I could ever dream of. Anything that could ever make me smile, laugh, and bring joy to my life, I had. And I've never went without. And I don't think Ken or I have. So tonight is a night to celebrate those things and to celebrate the joy that is in our lives, that you all bring to our lives. And once again, we'd like to thank you all for being here. One more time for Greg and Trish. We love you guys. One more time for Peggy and Sugar Poppy. We love you guys. Any sip of alcohol tonight, I'd like you to pour a little out for Sugar Poppy. That's from him. All right. So we love each and every one of you. We thank you for being here. The sappy stuff is over. It's time to have fun. If you see us, bring us a drink. Let's have some fun. We love you all. Thank you.